This video will demonstrate the shallow single crochet stitch, which is shown here in a 6x6 swatch. If you look closely, this stitch looks almost knitted, almost woven. It's a really beautiful, tight stitch that can be used for so many different things, and it's a really interesting look for crochet. Now, I'll tell you a little secret. There's nothing tricky about the stitch work here. It's simply the placement that accounts for the look. So, believe it or not, this stitch is made up of all just single crochet, and I'm going to show you how to achieve this really cool woven look. So I've got a swatch started here of just a row of single crochet. To demonstrate how to begin here, we will chain one at the end of our row and turn. So like I said, we are working with just single crochet, and the only thing tricky here is the placement of the stitch. That's what creates that sort of woven or knitted look that differs a lot from just a regular single crochet. So to achieve that look, we, instead of working into the stitch here, we're going to work directly into the post of the stitch. Now this first one is the most difficult because you've got your stitch doesn't totally look fully formed on this first one. So you're going to look for that top bar and you're going to work under it. So we're going to insert our hook underneath that little top bar. Pull up and just make a single crochet. Now it gets a little easier to see upon these further stitches. So instead of working into the top V of the stitch like you usually would, we are going to make this stitch directly into the row right in the middle of the post of that other single crochet. So if you look closely here, you can pinpoint where your stitch needs to go if you find this top bar. You've got your top V here, and then you're also going to look to place your stitch just below this other horizontal bar, and you'll find that there's a bit of a hole there. So we're going to insert through. And single crochet. Now the trick to this, it's a pretty tightly woven stitch since you're actually working into the row below. The trick and the challenge for seasoned crocheters is to do this stitch loosely. So when you're building it up, you are not struggling to get through that the center of the stitch. And that's how we create our shallow single crochet.